Welcome to the Lightning Round, brought to you by Moviga. I'm Lee, with your weekly source for all things movies, video games, and more. Now grab your ponchos and let's catch up on this week's news. Another writer strike blow is struck as production is on hold for Marvel's Daredevil and DC's Penguin. I gotta say, the more things can be put on hold, the better. In my opinion, the wealth distribution in media is a little whack. And if people are fighting for their ability to earn a living wage, more power to them. I just wish the execs would agree and get that ball rolling with ending these strikes. It's not often that we can announce a movie or game title being moved up in release date. Most of the time, we're disappointed time and time again with the entertainment that we want ASAP being delayed. Disney announces that Deadpool 3 has been moved up by 6 months to release in May 2024. I love it. I hope this holds true because a lot can happen in a year, especially with things like writer strikes. Here's hoping for a success story. In Call of Duty news, Activision has pulled Nick Merck's operator bundle from the store after Nick tweeted about his desire to be a parent who teaches his kids as opposed to others doing so. Now, that's a very brief synopsis of a very complicated exchange, but it would seem to me that Activision jumped the gun here, thinking that Nick's original comment was hateful. But after he defends himself, stating that he has nothing but love in his heart for all people, Activision still pulled the plug. Other streamers have joined in solidarity as Dr. Disrespect uninstalls COD live on stream, and Tim the Tatman asks Activision to remove his operator bundle from the store as well. I'm sure we'll get more updates on this because it is a very complicated and developing story, but it's sad when people on all sides of any issue make up their mind on someone's intention or meaning. My opinion, as I think is always the best policy, is be excellent to each other. Thanks for that, Bill and Ted. We just had a ton of news announced from Summer Games Fest, Xbox Showcase, Starfield Direct, and Ubisoft Forward. There's so much news, but be sure to give the Moviga podcast a listen if you haven't already, because in this most recent episode, we did our best to break down the big announcements from all those reveals. Well, it looks like the storm has passed. Be sure to check out the Moviga podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or anywhere you listen to that sort of thing, where we're talking all things movies, video games, and more. I'm Lee, and thanks for joining me this week for The Lightning Round.